Tell us when you started. When was the first time you started cooking?
Huh?
When was the
Cooking.
first time you started cooking?
The day I get the next day I must tell you when we got married and went to Vizag, I think the next day or 2 days later he was on duty, and his bachelor friends thought that I would feel lonely, so they all came over to the little.
Because he was the only one married, right?
He was the only
Yeah.
one married. So Manda, Pradhan, Ravi, and I don't know who was the fourth one. Mukherjee, they all came to say hello to me. Then of course I don't know what to give these fellows, so I quickly made some cabbage. I had some cabbage. I quickly made some cabbage soup. So I told them there is a bottle of, there was some rum there. I gave them rum. Of course, sodas were not there. He had just, this was gone to sea. So I gave them soup and rum. It worked. That was my first experience in cooking.
So you had not cooked before you got married? Even in your grandmother's kitchen or
No,
anything like that?
no,
They all
no.
have
Just
servants.
observe.
They have
But what
cooks.
about you went to study home?
That was different. No? Then you are being supervised. You're doing joint with others, chatting and doing sharing the
But you were
cooking.
cooking then?
Yeah, not independent cooking.
Not independent cooking, got
Yeah,
it.
sharing cooking.
And that's when did you discover immediately that you enjoyed cooking at that time, or did it take a while?
Yes, I have always liked cooking because I always observe others cooking. My grandmother, my aunts, Hilda, Olinda, they were good cooks. I used to always go to the kitchen whenever they used to be cooking or making something. That's why I remember good memories of what they made. Like my aunt Hilda used to make a nice pate of prawns. I still remember her making it. The pate.
And Olinda?
And Julian used to make cookies during the Christmas time. So I used to join with her to make the dough. So she used to make the dough, and Marisa and I used to roll it out
For the cookies.
for the cookies. These little things, you remember.
How old were you
And
then when you were with Marisa rolling cookies?
I must have been 15, 17, 18, 17, 18. She was very young when she was helping her mother. She must have been 12 and I must have been 17. And another thing is for Christmas, baking the cakes. My grandmother used to put, in those days, we used to get dry fruit which was very dry, extremely dry. So they used to put the dry fruit in warm water to remove the dryness. So that what happens, you put in warm water, it sort of puffs up, like, it sort of loosens out and becomes soft. Because when it is very dry, the dry fruit becomes hard.
Mm-hmm.
So we used to, then we had to clean the fruit in that water, and then grandma Lavo used to allow us to do that. That was for us it was a very big thing to clean
The fruit for the Christmas cake.
for the Christmas cake. And the cake was made in an old-fashioned way. mixed in a big copper vessel. In kilos, absolutely in kilos.
Because you had to distribute
Yes,
the cake all
distribute
over.
the cake
Okay.
to all our children. Don't forget, she had 4 or 5 children in Goa itself, out of 8. Now this is to come.
Oh,
from
you're talking about your grandmother here.
grandmother.
Ah, okay, got it.
That's how we all started getting ourselves involved in cooking. That's what Marietta always says, that you all know because you took active part in cooking when you all were very young. Marize, Pranand, all of us. And the boys used to just hang around looking at what we were doing. It is not allowed.